Caplan?
So I said to the rabbi, what are you asked the kasha took you 9 minutes and the teretz only 4 minutes. I thought that like after that he's just not going to have what to answer me. But yeah, of course he's the people that they always have what to answer. So he says, well, the kasha was better than the teretz, so that's why it was like that. Anyway, so that's also a way of showing that I heard good. But anyway, so what I'm saying is like this. That's called wrapped up in yourself, all these things. But then there's focusing on what
Rabbi
you're
Caplan,
feeling. What?
I'll tell you a story from 40 years ago, showing you haven't changed. 40 years ago, I used to go to Rav Yaakov Yosef, maybe 30 years ago, the Kavius.
Yeah.
And I once said he gives a shiur to so many people, hundreds of people. Maybe I should go up and tell him something. You know, you're saying so good, you machazik me.
Yeah.
And Rabbi Caplan, Vaday, you should, you must.
Oh, very good.
So you haven't changed.
That's what I said.
That's
I
what you
don't
said.
remember, but it's my theme for me. But then besides then, there's another thing that it's called that I will call it being in tune with yourself. Maybe you could call it. Just pay attention to what you feel. Don't keep running like an automatic machine that keeps running. Just stop a minute. What do you feel now that it's winter and it's cloudy? And what do you feel now that the sun is shining and it's summer? And actually, you don't have to pay too much attention because everybody understands that there's a difference in what you feel. There's more delicate things that people don't know what they feel. So you'll feel everybody feels in the winter like a closedness. And in the summer, there's a feeling of openness. And I'm not gonna go into explaining it at length right now because I talk to smart people and they understand with a hint, or I'd like to think that I'm talking to smart people that understand a hint. Everybody could explain it to himself at length what I mean. But in a deeper sense, there's the avodah of that situation of winter, which is closedness, and then there's the avodah of summer, which is avodah of more openness. I would say, and you can explain it in many different ways. In fact, maybe every person has his way of looking at it, and there might be. It might be different by each person, but in general, I would say that the winter is the avodah of pushing through the darkness, living in darkness, the cloudiness that's like darkness, and being mischazik, being over Hashem without any feelings, even though you feel your heart is stopped up. You'd like to feel something. We have a Hanukkah in the middle of the winter, and we light candles, and then you go on. I mean, what is it? Then you don't feel anything. You're not what's called mitragesh. You don't get excited about it. But to stop a minute, and the avodah then is to tell yourself, this is Ratzon Hashem. I'm doing Ratzon Hashem. I'm so fortunate that I can do Ratzon Hashem and light a candle in my window. And like that, many other things, you have to go learn, and sometimes it rains, and sometimes you don't know to take boots with you, or some people don't even have boots, and you get all wet. And to be mischazik that it's Ratzon Hashem, I should get wet, and to sit and learn with the wetness, and also to get up in the morning is hard in the cold days. It's avodah, it's a yisgabrus. Comes the summer, it's a yischalfus hazmanim. The ishbitzer calls it like that. Changing now, the sun is shining. There's more simcha, there's more openness. And then there's the avodah of that. We're here to the place to be ma'orah. That Pashat, the Tumah in the street is thick. Terrible. There's such a Tumah in the streets in the summer, B'zmanenu. and even the frum neighbors are not protected from it, are not immune to it. There's a special yetzer hara by women, which is no way of understanding. I don't think we'll never understand, and it's better we shouldn't understand. There's a yetzer hara to be megala part of the body, and it's terrible that we machshel the world. It's the Gemara says that somebody that goes achari isha ben nohar ein lo chelek la'olam haba. The Gemara says in brachos. Somebody walks behind a woman in a river, and Rashi and Taisha say because she picks up her dress. And Taisha says it's talking that he's rogil bekach. We're all rogil bekach to go on the street. The whole street is a nor.
And Rabbi Kaplan, she's doing it for a purpose. She's doing the laundry.
Well, yeah, whatever. Yeah.
It's different than today. It's
different. It's much
worse today, of course.
But we're not. That's if you would be talking about is it her fault or not. But we're not talking about whose fault it is. We're talking about the one that walks over there. Who told you to walk there? Achari isha ben nohar. So he's ein lo chelek la'olam haba. But Taisha says it's talking that he's rogil bekach. But we're all walking achari isha ben nohar. How are we gonna have olam haba? It's very frightening. You stop and think. If you don't think about it, it's not frightening. But if you think about it, so we all lost our olam haba because we go achari isha ben nohar. The eight is to be like the Chaim Volozhin says in the Kesser Rosh, before you go out in the street, be mispal, Hashem should save you not to be nichshel. And then we're going to do the best you can. We can, one thing, we could try not to be a rogil bekach. That means you try a little bit, and then you're nichshel one time. But a rogil bekach, you're not anymore, so we could save ourselves b'olam haba. It's such shame we have to know in this avodah of the summer. Meruba midah tova mimidas poronius. Just imagine in our door that such a tumor came down to the world. How much olam haba we have, how much potential for olam haba we were given. Just like over there, he's rogil to go achari isha ben nohar ein lo chelek la'olam haba. And somebody that he doesn't look around when he goes in the street. Yesh lo chelek la'olam haba, and it's not just they call Yisrael yesh lo chelek la'olam haba. Much more. We have no musag ein lo ras elokim ze lo sechov. What kind of olam haba we could be zochet to, that the Doros HaKodmin didn't have that opportunity that we have. And then I'm just saying one avodah of the summer, but there's a lot more things that you feel good, you feel excited, so you get overly excited sometimes, and that causes bitul Torah. Everyone in his way, like it says in the Tanya in one of the earlier prakim, he talks about a tzaddik that he does more than his kochos. So he gives an example. There's a lot of things that he does good. A person does good because it's his nature. And one of the things is kigon, shu masmid b'limudo b'tivo. He's naturally a masmid in learning. He learns basmoda. Why? Because of the teva hamara shchora shabo. He has a natia to depression. And adrabah, that's what causes him to be a masmid. He's not the jumpy type that's always excited and jumps all over, and he can't sit still. This person is more, maybe we could call it heavy. He's heavy. He's not light. So he can sit for hours and hours and learn. That's this type of person. So it's his nature. But so this is what I'm saying. The same thing is the avodah of this summer is an avodah of that the weather gives a person a feeling of open. Oh, we could get up, we could go, we could do, we could go places, we could go buy a drink in our kiosk, or we could go in a deal. There's a certain mishugas that's mostly by young people. We'll go in a deal. I was walking by on the bus stop on Rehov Shos, and I hear one person saying to a young person saying, well, he's getting married soon, so we said that we'll go to Yulim, he'll use his last chance to get married before he gets around. He'll go to Yulim. What's to Yulim? Traveling, walking in the hot sun, and going someplace, and you see stones. Wow, amazing, awesome. And then you're tired and worn out, or you see a river, or you see a this, you see a that. What is it? What do you get from it? Why waste time on it?
Rabbi Kaplan,
What?
Mukhwak, the Gita word I saw from two Sadiqim, Mechavdu Ben Chaim L'Chaim.
Yeah.
The Klosenberger Rebbe, when he was going to New York, the Gabayim told him, look at the view, look at the buildings, look, it's beautiful. No, I don't look at it. And good, he grind in. And then I saw Lavdil, L'Chaim, Rav Steinman. They also did the same thing to him.
He didn't want to look.
He didn't want to look.
Oh, so you see that? You see, we can learn from these stories, even though we can't. Rabbi Meir always says you can't imitate, but we can take it for our purposes. We can, maybe sometimes you can imitate, but we can learn from it. What we have to learn from it is that you have to. It's serious. Life is very serious. Even to pick up your head and look at something is a serious act. You can't just look. So what? There's a lesson that's brought in a last one from the Zohar. Chezu dahai alma, to see this world. I think I saw in the Gra that the Nur, the river of fire that's in between that's around Gan Eden. I think it is before a person, a neshama goes into Gan Eden, he has to go through the river of fire, the Nur, to wash it. And the Gra says to wash himself off from the Chezu Dahai Alma, from the vision of this world. Even a neshama in the next world, he's so used to that the world is something. So he has to clean himself out of that, and now we're starting a new life. We're starting a Nana Miziva Shechina. We're sitting in Yeshiva Shel Malo. The language over here is Torah and Mitzvahs and Ziva Shechina, and it's different kind of tanugim, different kind of talk. And in order to go there, you can't, even a neshama that's not in the goof anymore. But in order to get in there, he has to wash himself out in the river of fire. And that's what these tzaddikim, they wanted to be mekayim that. In this world already, that they didn't want to see the vision of Olam Hazeh, that you see these buildings and there's a feeling, ooh, look, they have something. And they have something. There is something in this world. They didn't want to, for those few seconds, to get that feeling. All this, what I'm talking till now, that's the inyanim of the summer. And now, when we're Shabbos Cholamoid, we're talking about the change from this avodah to that avodah. On that, says the Radziner in the Sefer Sod Yeshayim that we learn, Rei Ata Omer Eli. Moshe Rabbeinu just finished dealing with the Chet HaEgel, and now they were getting ready to go into Eretz Yisrael. It was only later the Chet HaMeraglim that stopped them, and they had to stay 40 years in the Midbar. But here in this parsha, we're getting ready to go into Eretz Yisrael. It's a different way. It's a Ischalfus Hazmanim. This is a change. This is a new way of life is starting here. The new way of life is the Midbar, even after the Chet, but still we're living in Dananei Kovod.
Rabbi Kaplan, we're going to take a break. And thank you.